OpenClaw has one tool that will change how every automation you build actually runs, and most people don't even know it exists. Most people think serious multi-step automation in OpenClaw means chaining tool calls, watching token cost spiral, and hoping the model stays on track. It doesn't. There's a plugin called Lobster that packages any workflow into a single deterministic call, with approval gates, resume tokens, and a full audit trail built in. I'm a software engineer. I've dug through the actual Lobster runtime, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it is, how to build your first workflow, and why it's the missing piece for anyone building serious automations in OpenClaw. Here's the part that a lot of people miss. When you give OpenClaw a real-world task like check my inbox and draft replies to important emails, it doesn't run a single workflow. It runs a loop. List the inbox, send the results back to the model summarizes, the model picks which one to draft, then the model drafts, and then sends back and repeats tomorrow with zero memory of what happened yesterday. Every one of those round trips costs tokens, and every one of them depends on the LLM correctly orchestrating the next step. That works for simple stuff, but it falls apart the moment you scale to anything resembling an actual AI workforce. The easiest way to think about it is this. Today, the LLM is the workflow engine. Lobster moves that job into a typed runtime. The LLM still triggers the workflow, but Lobster runs it. In plain English, Lobster is a workflow shell. It runs multi-step tool sequences as a single deterministic operation with explicit approval checkpoints and resumable state. Three things make it different from just writing a script. First, it uses one call instead of many. OpenClaw hands the whole pipeline to Lobster and gets back a single structured JSON envelope. The model isn't replanning every step. Second, approvals are first class. Side effects can be placed behind explicit approval gates so the workflow halts before sending, posting, deleting, or applying changes. The runtime hands you back a resume token, you approve, you resume, no rerunning everything from the top. And third, pipelines are data. They're easy to log, diff, replay, and review. That's what makes this safe for production-grade agent pipelines instead of hope and pray scripting. The main thing to remember is your workflow shell and your LLM are not the same thing. The LLM decides what to do. Lobster decides how to execute it deterministically. This is the one that surprises people most. Lobster is intentionally tiny. It's a predictable AI-friendly pipeline spec. And here's why that matters. A normal program can prompt a human, but it can't pause and resume with a durable token unless you build the runtime yourself. Lobster ships with it. Pipelines are data, so the runtime can enforce timeouts, output caps, sandbox checks, and allow lists automatically. You don't reinvent safety in every script. Because the format is small and strict, there are far fewer ways the LLM can generate something invalid. And that makes the output much easier to validate before it runs. It makes validation realistic, and if you need real programming logic, you're not stuck. You can write a Python script, a JavaScript function, whatever you need, and call it as a step inside the pipeline. Lobster is a deliberate, constrained format that makes the chaotic thing predictable. OpenClaw runs Lobster in process. There's no separate app to install, no external server to run. The whole thing lives inside your OpenClaw gateway and hands results back as a single JSON envelope. Here's the mental model. Instead of the LLM calling one tool, waiting, calling another tool, waiting, and doing that 20 times, you describe the entire sequence once, hand it to Lobster, and Lobster runs the whole thing. The LLM is no longer in the loop for every step. It fires the starting pistol, Lobster takes it from there. Before anything changes in the real world, the pipeline halts. It hands you a resume token, you look at what it's about to do, you say yes or no, and the workflow picks up exactly where it left off. The Lobster tool envelope returns one of three statuses. Okay, which means it's finished, needs approval, means it's paused and waiting on you, and canceled, which means it was denied. And that's it, 3 states. Now let's talk about how you actually define a Lobster workflow. This is where it stops being a clever idea and becomes something you can build with. A workflow lives in a .lobster file. Think of it like a recipe card. You give it a name, you define the ingredients, the arguments it accepts, and then you list the steps in order. Each step has an ID, a command to run, and optionally a declaration that it needs approval before it executes. The steps wire to each other automatically. The output of step 1 feeds into step 2 into step 3, and so on. You're not writing plumbing code, you're just describing what happens and in what order. The approval gate is the most important part. You mark a step as approval required and the entire pipeline stops there. Nothing downstream runs until a human says go. And that decision point shows up in your graph diagram, which is exactly why I covered that section first. The easiest way to think about this is a .lobster file is just a checklist your agent follows exactly every time with a human in the loop at whatever step you decide matters. If you're trying to build actual AI workforces, not single agent toys, this kind of system is exactly what we go deep on every single week inside the OpenClaw Labs school community. The link is in the description and it's free for now. You'll find the full PDF guide on how to build Lobster workflows. If you want to go deeper, join the community in the school group below. Lobster is an optional plugin. It's not on by default, which is intentional. You enable it only for the agents that need it. Turning it on takes one line in your config. You add Lobster to the also allow list in your tool's settings, and that's it. And if you want to keep Lobster scope to a specific agent rather than the whole instance, you can do that at the agent level instead of the top level. Same setting, just nested under the agent config, and that's it. Lobster is now live in your instance. Here's the part a lot of people miss though. Sometimes inside a deterministic pipeline, you still need a model to classify, summarize, or draft something. And for that, OpenClaw has a separate plugin called LLM Task. Enable it, then call it from inside your Lobster pipeline like any other command. You pass a prompt, an input, and a JSON schema. The model returns structured output that conforms to the schema. The workflow remains structured and auditable because the LLM is isolated to one schema-constrained step instead of controlling orchestration. This means you get the flexibility of an LLM step inside a workflow that's still auditable and reproducible. You're not handing orchestration back to the model, you're using the model as one specific tool in a larger pipeline. That's the whole game. The LLM is no longer the conductor, it's a player in the orchestra. 3 things to watch out for. 1. Lobster runs in process inside the gateway. The plugin itself is local first and makes no external network calls, but Lobster can call OpenClaw tools, and those tools can reach Gmail, Slack, and anything else your instance has access to. So your workflow surface area is whatever your OpenClaw tools can reach. Don't route side effects through Lobster that your instance shouldn't be allowed to perform. 2. Know your defaults. Each step has a default timeout of 20,000 milliseconds. That's 20 seconds. If you hit those caps, the step will fail. Override them explicitly per step. Don't assume. And 3. Resume tokens are compact. The runtime stores state under its state directory and hands you a small key. If you wipe state, the token becomes useless. So a quick recap. Lobster is a workflow shell that turns multi-step OpenClaw operations into a single deterministic call. Pipelines are data, so they're auditable and replayable. Approvals are first class and return resume tokens, so you never rerun a workflow from the top. .lobster files give you a real authoring layer, 6 fields, name steps, wired outputs, conditional execution. Make sure to watch the 20-second default timeout. And when you implement this, no more 20 round trips, no more model replanning every call, one envelope, one audit trail. Remember, you can find the full PDF that goes in depth on Lobster inside the free school community. The link is in the description. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe. I'm sharing OpenClaw content every week that goes way beyond the surface level. And drop a comment below. Let me know which workflow you're building into a real .lobster file. I read every single comment, and I'll see you in the next video.